We reacted to a Shin Godzilla video a few days ago, and in that video, I was asking about Shin Godzilla's forms and if he had like a 5th or a 6th form. And one of you smart people out there suggested this video. It literally says Legendary G versus Shin Godzilla's 5th and 6th form. Now, like I said, I didn't even know that was a thing. I still don't think that's a thing. I even looked it up. So this may all be like a what-if scenario, but it's still interesting to see. So in this video, guys, let me know in the comments, who do you think would win? Legendary Godzilla or Shin Godzilla's 5th and 6th form? This video is going to be by Goji Center. I'll throw him up on the screen right now so you can see him. So let's dive right into this analysis, guys. Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla.
We concluded with an unclear winner, given that we aren't 100% sure of whether or not Legendary Godzilla would finish Shin by burning the complete body. And the fact that we have absolutely no concrete data on Shin's next forms, should he regenerate again. In this video, we will discuss 3 possible outcomes that would happen if Legendary Godzilla wins, but doesn't dispose of the entire body.
So if he doesn't dispose of the body,
these are completely hypothetical scenarios based on what we already know about Shin. Having said this,
he's a savage. That's all I know.
Let's now enter the simulation platform.
Let's do it.
Number 1, duplicate creatures.
Duplicate?
According to Shin Godzilla's known biology, it is possible that this kaiju's regenerative abilities can be executed in many ways, including the generation of additional creatures.
There can be more than one?
It's mentioned in the film that this
actually.
Godzilla's body can regenerate similar to a starfish.
I knew that his body can grow back.
Once entire limbs or pieces of this creature are cut off, these could regenerate into duplicates of the same creature.
Okay.
In this particular made-up scenario, Legendary Godzilla severs the head of Shin and walks away.
And then it grows back into another one.
Regenerate, forming 2 separate entities, 2 Titans, 2 Shin Godzillas.
You gotta burn them.
Now, the question, can Legendary Godzilla take on 2 Shin Godzillas?
I would say no.
In order to successfully
no way,
take on 2 identical opponents, the G-Man would now have to adopt a different fight methodology than what he usually resorts to.
A big
In the
different
past,
one.
we have seen Godzilla perform well against a single foe. In a 1v1 match, this Titan is very difficult to beat.
Yeah, he's very good 1v1.
2 foes, Legendary Godzilla will probably struggle. In order for this fight to go in the G-Man's favor, his first priority would be to eliminate these 2 as fast as possible by closing the distance between himself and one of the opponents. In our previous battle analysis, we see that Legendary surpasses Shin in physical prowess, movement, and intelligence, meaning that this fight can be won by Legendary Godzilla under certain circumstances. In this scenario, Godzilla closes the distance between the first Shin Godzilla and uses it as a shield of sorts to prevent getting hit with more atomic heat rays from the other Shin.
That's smart.
Once this one is defeated, Godzilla will then proceed to eliminate the next one by using the same process.
That is pretty smart.
And kill.
But did he burn the other body?
This method would only mean that Legendary G-Man would now get hit from 4 directions at the same time.
Ooh, from the tail and the mouth.
Making it much more difficult for him to win. If this is the case and Legendary does survive this fight, this kaiju will have learned to incinerate this entire kaiju this time to prevent it from regrowing into something stronger.
Yes, you gotta burn him.
This scenario does not take into account the fact that Shin evolves into a stronger creature.
Oh my gosh.
But what if it did? The next simulation will uncover just that.
See, I haven't seen the 5th form, or any of the forms after the
Number 2,
Shin Godzilla form.
Shin Godzilla's 5th form.
Let's see it.
In the previous battle face-off, we discussed Shin Godzilla's most unique ability, which was its ability to evolve into a stronger kaiju. Now, it's really important to note here that the way this regeneration functioned depended on a few variables. Shin Godzilla evolves to counter whatever its opponent is at that point in time.
That's crazy.
Let us explain. At the end of this film, we saw Shin Godzilla's body get frozen thanks to a special coagulant that stopped this animal from functioning. Had this not worked, Shin Godzilla would have evolved into these smaller humanoid creatures you see here. That's right, folks. In order to combat humans more effectively, this creature would evolve into smaller Godzillas that would wage war against humanity at a smaller and more functional scale.
That's even worse.
But in today's scenario, Shin Godzilla went up against a more powerful G-Man, lost, but luckily was not blasted to ashes with atomic breath.
So then he gets bigger and stronger.
Giving him the opportunity to regenerate to a 5th form.
Oh, wow.
Note that this 5th form will now be custom built to counter anything the G-Man has the edge on. In the previous video, we saw that in terms of melee weapons, Legendary Godzilla far outweighed Shin. This is now about to change. Shin Godzilla's brain has collected enough data on Legendary to come up with a new body of its own. First, its posture is now more animalistic, allowing it to face forward and orient its head at a better angle. Now it has longer and stronger forelimbs, tipped with sharp points to inflict melee damage. Its legs are now better equipped for faster movements. Additionally, this creature's muscle concentrations have now shifted to give it a stronger core. In the previous film, we witnessed an underdeveloped head starting to form at the tip of this tail.
That's pretty gross.
Now Shin comes equipped with 2 heads, better fitted to attack from many angles. And finally, because Shin seems to increase in height in every phase, Shin Godzilla now has a size and weight advantage over Legendary Godzilla.
He is
Not to mention any potential upgrades with its atomic blast. Now, would Legendary Godzilla be able to defeat this Titan?
I don't think so.
At this stage, it would have been almost impossible for Legendary to defeat this Titan.
Yeah, it would be over.
But there's still one weakness that all Shin Godzillas have.
The back?
Energy depletion.
Okay,
if for whatever reason Legendary Godzilla figures out that this Titan's energy depletes at fast rates, the G-Man would once again have to change his fight methodology. Instead of charging head-on against a stronger physical
He's got to make him use his energy.
The G-Man would now have to taunt Shin into using its atomic weaponry, dodge these attacks, hopefully for enough time for Shin to be fully depleted of energy, where the G-Man could move in and finish off Shin. But failure to get Shin to waste its energy would only mean that Shin would completely destroy Legendary Godzilla in a close 1v1 confrontation. Or worse, get blasted to death by a superior atomic weapon.
Oh, that city, man. That's the one we saw the last video.
Very difficult to win for the G-Man. But let's say for
whatever reason,
Legendary G-Man survives, and Shin Godzilla is given enough time to regenerate to yet another form.
If he survived, now we got the sixth form.
This simulation will be taken a step further and develop another alternative ending to this fight. In this scenario, Legendary Godzilla survives the encounter with Shin's more powerful 5th form.
Now it's going to be even bigger, even stronger.
To annihilate the G-Man. In order to do this, Shin Godzilla will now develop a final form capable of surpassing Legendary in every single way. What does Legendary Godzilla still have in its favor? Even if Shin surpasses Legendary's atomic capabilities at this point, Legendary's atomic breath is still a dangerous weapon.
It is
capable
dangerous.
Of still inflicting serious damage if used correctly. But this 6th form will now evolve into something that will leave no edge to the G-Man.
And it can fly.
In the past, there has been something that was used to effectively counter the effects of Godzilla's atomic breath. Electromagnetic pulses. These, according to some official MonsterVerse sources, mitigate the effects of the atomic breath, making it weaker and less effective. If this concept is migrated into this fight, Shin Godzilla would have developed its own version of an EMP, tuned specifically to counter its opponent's atomic blast.
That thing looks insane.
Not its own. Another attribute that Shin could now upgrade is its locomotion. In the film, it is mentioned that this ability to evolve would have eventually allowed Shin to be capable of flight. Precisely the type of locomotion abilities that would let it have a definitive edge over Legendary Godzilla. Over time, this thing would have become even more effective at killing Gojiras, better than any Muto in the MonsterVerse. This new winged Shin now has the ability to fly or glide towards a lesser Godzilla.
I want to see how big he is compared to Godzilla.
Ability to snuff out the G-Man's atomic breath and bring down the G-Man with sheer brute force.
He's like the size of that whole city.
Use a new atomic ray of its own. We could go as far as to say that this Shin can now emit atomic blasts from more controlled parts of its body, including its arms, tail, and other areas.
So everything can shoot beams.
This isn't the end of it. According to the lore, Shin Godzilla could technically evolve to astronomical proportions, bigger than any kaiju we have ever witnessed.
It can just
this
keep
concept
evolving.
is a little too ungrounded
7th,
in
8th,
reality,
9th,
the
10th
point
form
remains. If not stopped or destroyed completely, Shin Godzilla would become the strongest and most powerful Godzilla of all time.
That's where we're going to end this video, guys. What do you all think? Now that we've seen Shin Godzilla's 5th and 6th forms, can anybody defeat him? I need y'all to let me know in the comments. Other than that, though, thank you all for watching with me. I'll see you tomorrow. I love y'all. Goodbye.